will really make people wealthy.
Could XRP be getting its own micro strategy? Are we going to?
This is what I wanted to see, and this is what we have been asking for. Ethereum has one. Bitcoin has one. Bitcoin has Michael Saylor. Ethereum has Tom Lee. Why does XRP not have a step-in hero, basically a father figure, to get its own treasury out there? Let's check it out.
See more XRP Treasury companies. Well, we've got some news on a new one today that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. Market pulling back a little bit, but to be expected given how hot we were last week. But there
is unlimited money in crypto. That's the good thing right now, is there is the money to supply. Everybody's trying to get rid of money. That is why apples are like $5, because people are trying to get rid of them, of the money itself. They're trying to get more coins and less money. Money is not as valuable as it was 3-4 years ago. That's a fact, because then you could buy apartments, you could buy everything for cheaper. You could buy stocks at a discount. You could buy crypto at a discount. Now, your money is, you cannot buy XRP for 30 cents anymore. It's going to be 10 times more.
Try to catch a falling knife. I'm going to wait for things to kind of flatten out.
Me as well. Like, you got to wait during here. You can make some money shorting it. But again, you never know when you basically catch the end of the carrot, right? So you keep chasing the carrot. You might bite it off, but it might bite you back.
Strategy. Nature's Miracle unveils a $20 million treasury bet. And
now $20 million is not a lot of money in crypto, but it's definitely a good start to have its own treasury. So we're going, we're going to try to push for $20. Exactly.
This isn't the first company to do this. There are a few others as well. We're talking about $100 million, $200 million bets on XRP. Nature's Miracle, just the newest one. The company is going to acquire $20 million in XRP. Funding will come from an equity sale to GH Investments. And this may not sound like much on the surface, right? But for a long time, we only had a Bitcoin treasury company. The idea that we could have an XRP treasury company was just so foreign, right? It wasn't even a conversation. But now today, it is a little bit of a different conversation. I asked ChatGPT,
Again, it is in plans, but I feel like it's going to take time after September. But it's going to be a battle royale who will take the spot to sell all this XRP to retail. That's my biggest question. Who will be the main one? Just like MicroStrategy selling their Bitcoin to people, are we going to be seeing XRP holders buying from ETFs? And yes, it's very possible. It's harder to buy from exchanges. People don't want to do that. It's a long process. Sometimes banks start asking questions. Why want to buy XRP? Why not buy our bank stock, which gives 1% a year? And, when you buy an ETF, it's literally can be sold by a bank. So that's another victory.
Who are some of the biggest treasury companies? And they really couldn't give me like the list of companies per se, but these are some major holders. Ripple Labs holds over 40 billion XRP in escrow and reserve.
So yeah, they're holding 40 billion, but I feel like in the future, this might be burned.
Right? And they sell programmatically and over the counter to institutions and exchanges. We know that. Uphold has a ton. They've got a ton on their balance sheet. Fortress Trust, or FTCO, now offers crypto custody and treasury solutions, known partner in Ripple's enterprise ecosystem.
What I want to check is Ripple profitable now, or will it have to sell off like their tokens? So I feel like because they have a lot of partnerships and banks, they're going to pay a lot of money to solve their issues with transactions. Is Ripple profitable? Let's check on ChatGPT. That is my main question right now, because everything else, if Ripple sells $100 million, of course, it's going to affect price. So here is the real deal. Ripple was profitable in 2023 and early 2024. XRP sales alone generated hundreds of millions. Net XRP sales. Legal clarity helped them grow. So if they were profitable in 2023 and 2024, or like those two, quarter 4 and quarter 1, you know what this means? Hundreds of millions in revenue from XRP sales and positive SEC ruling. Again, this tells me that they're definitely profitable now because they're bigger now. They're stronger. They're faster. So definitely means that XRP doesn't actually need to sell unless it's for investments. Maybe for the big companies. They can sell off their treasury to keep the company running. again, you know, but I feel like their profitability, true profitability, is on the horizon with the new banks.
Tranglo uses XRP for cross-border payments, indirectly maintaining XRP in liquidity pools. Bitso, major Latin American crypto exchange, huge Ripple partner and liquidity provider using XRP. They're likely to hold some XRP reserves. iRemit is a Philippine-based remittance company. They maintain XRP for cross-border payment rates.
So yeah, Gcash, again, Gcash is used by everyone in the Philippines. Philippine-based remittance companies that, you know, they literally integrated cross-border payment rails. So, you know, it's not only going to fix in first world country, but also every single other country that basically has a very, very expensive banking. That's why Ripple can, when they have partnerships like that, which is used by 80 million people, 100 million people, and then you have like 30 million accounts, again, how many people can have this type of partnership? Not many, guys. And this is where the big money comes in my opinion. Like, this is where the good stuff comes in.
They maintain XRP for cross-border payment rails. And then Navati Group, Australian fintech working with Ripple, they use XRP in remittance corridors between Australia and Southeast Asia. CoinMe, US-based crypto ATM and wallet provider, they've integrated XRP, likely hold it on hot wallets as well. Not confirmed, but most likely. Catalyst Corporate Federal Credit Union, one of the very few U.S. financial...
Again, not just U.S. companies. You can see here, it's also XRP, other companies, anything XRP, basically. Anything outside of U.S. as well. They want to partner up.
Institutions to publicly acknowledge using XRP for settlement trials through RippleNet, but many more on the books. And once we get the Clarity Act passed, this is something I've been talking about for a while, I think the floodgates open. Not only for Ripple's technology to be utilized by the big institutions and the big banks, but also for people to invest in XRP through ETFs, right? That is how the institutions want to get in. Now, other potential institutional XRP holders include SBI Holdings. Here's a UAE-based mobile finance platform.
Again, yeah, you can see here tons of companies coming in, and then its own MicroStrategy, right? This is one of many. I don't know how many of these will survive. 20 million is a lot of money, but not in crypto. This money goes fast, right? But it means 20 million is available to someone that wants to buy, like retail investors. They're gearing up. It's going to be a battle royale because they're going to want to buy somewhere, right? And now they have that option to buy and get more.
From a long-term standpoint, given what we know and how many people are speculating on XRP right now and still knowing what's coming, like actual adoption. Tokenization of equities.
So yeah, this is the big thing. RWA, tokenization of real world assets, is going to be happening through the Ripple chain. And literally BlackRock, one of the most richest companies, is going to be working with them to go in and snoop it out, basically build something on their chain and bring billions and billions of revenue. Real estate, it's a very big thing. It's very complicated not right now. You have tenants, well, tough luck. If they don't want to move out, well, that's it, right? You can basically, you know, wait 6 months. But let's say, for example, you have like lots of costs right now. You can diversify this cost and only get 1/8 of the cost and also 1/8 of the profit by selling, you know, 3/5 of your apartment or 2/5. Let's say you have to only sell a certain amount. You don't want to sell the whole apartment and want to rent it out. You can put this money somewhere else, and it's literally a win-win. And you can put your real estate on the market and make money that way. And it's going to be much faster, much simpler. It's going to be, everything's going to be on